Hey folks, ACCG here, and in today's video we are covering an EB01 Hannibal deck list. So this is a deck that I'm actually pretty excited about. I love ramp, I love blue, and this covers both of these. Now this isn't a deck that's had a lot of tops from the Asian side of the game that we have seen, but this is the list that I have put together. I've got a lot of the cards that make me excited about blue, and I've just tried to go for good stuff that is also going to allow us to ramp. So if you don't know what Hannibal does, he allows you to, at the end of your turn, you can return one of your 2-cost or greater Impel Down characters to your hand, and you can set up to one of your Down cards as active. So we got some really nice new Impel Down cards from EB01, like this Inazuma, which allows us to draw more cards if we've got 2 or less cards. And then we've got some lower end 2-cost Impel Down characters like the Prince Bellet, like the Domino, and the new Emporio and Vankov that came from the ST12 starter deck. Alongside that, we have some really nice, strong, good blue cards like the Porona and the Doflamingo to allow us to look at the top for the Ivankov effect and also for the Sanji effect. Now, we also have some really other strong Impel Down cards like the Ivankov here, like the Luffy. And the Ivankov can also choose in this list to play either the Luffy or the Inazuma. In some of the lists, a lot of them aren't running the Luffy because we have a lot of no counter cards already, but I like the idea of being able to also play another target from the Sanji, play it out, reduce your hand a little bit if you already have an Inazuma out, and I wanted to have multiple targets for the Ivankov, even though we can more than likely get one of these in hand because we also have like the Duval. Now the reason we're running this alongside the Pudding is because the Ivankov allows you to play a card from the top of your deck, so we want to get some value by playing these out. The Pudding allows you to bounce it back to hand, so you get a free 2k with the Ivankov effect, and the Duval is a 2-cost blocker that also allows you to look at the top 3, which will combo really nicely with the plays that we want to do for the Sanji, for the drawing from the Ivankov and the Inazuma. Then to finish it off, we have some just really strong purple cards in the form of Kaido. Some of the lists were running the 9-cost Mihawk, and as much as I love that card, I really think that being able to play the Kaido as fast as you can when you're ramping is really good. But also imagine a Sanji into a Kaido, KOing something and getting a rush, and you've got 2 bodies, one being a 10k, one being a 9-cost. I think that is a really tasty play. And then to finish it all off, we've got 3 copies of Gum Gum Rain. So I've decided to go for the one that returns a 2-cost or less back to hand, because we do, again, have some targets here. If we end up getting multiple out for whatever reason, we can add them back to hand, or we can add a Perona back. But as mentioned, we do have quite a few cards in here with no counter. The Kaidos, Ivankov, Luffy, and Sanjis, so being able to have a 3k is really nice, and we want to get a low hand count for the Inazuma and for the Vankov here. So being able to discard some cards that you're not going to use and then refresh your hand with the Inazuma and with the Vankov is really tasty. I've decided to not run any of the stages because I just don't see myself having any time playing them out. There is the Impel Down one for purple. If I just pull it up here, it's literally called Impel Down, I believe. If I can learn to type. Oh my gosh, here it is. Which allows you to activate main, trash a card, rest it, look at the top 3 for an Impel Down and add it to your hand, which could be pretty tasty, but I already feel like the deck's going to be a bit consistent enough with the Perona top decking, with the Dofi top decking, and the Duval. And again, I just don't see myself playing this out. The -1 to play it out, I don't really want to be doing. I want to be getting big bodies, ramping super fast. So yeah, let's get into some games. Alrighty, so we have our first matchup here in the form of Gecko Moria. Now this does have some removals, so that's something that's on my mind, but we do have the Bellet straight away, and we're going to be able to ramp turn 1 because we've got second, so we'll keep this. I would normally try and return and look for a, oh my gosh, I can't use my words. Draw down, look for a Perona, but we'll take what we can get. We'll play it out, and then we'll enter and use the action to get this backhand ramp, which is chef's kiss. Next time we're going to go to 5 Don. We're able to play out the Ivankov if we get lucky. And oh, actually, we could play Duval, play Ivankov, stack the top, see what we get, and then worst case scenario, bring the Ivankov back. Trash a card from our hand. We have a lot of Duvals, and we'll take the damage here. No trigger. We see another 3-cost, and we'll draw. So I'm in no rush against this deck to give them damage, so I'm just going to swing for 5. We don't have a lot of removal, which is scary, and we do only have 4 life, so that's something that's on my mind. But we're going to ramp super fast, get another Don here. They stop it with an Absalom, so we'll play out the Duval. Nice, we can actually start playing here and get back a 2k, so we'll start placing, and we want this to be on top. And then next turn, do I want to draw a Luffy? Yeah, let's next turn draw a Luffy. And we'll return cards, and then we'll play out the Ivankov, deploy the card, and then if we end turn, we can use the card action to get this back and get another Don. Sensational. We are on a pretty decent spot. 6 Don already to our opponent's 5. Next turn we're going to go to 8. I do wish I had one more Don for this Kaido, and we are missing some of those big bodies, but we do have a Luffy on top, so if they bring out, for example, the Absalom, we could, if we wish to, discard it. We do see a Sindri coming out here, and they get some goodies. Rebecca, Sabo, I think that's the bottom, and that's the top. Is this it? So they do have a Helmeppo here, and they have a Cerberus. That's the thing we need to keep in mind. Their hand is getting a little bit on the lower side because they decided to stop the first counter. So if they attack with the Perona, we'll swing into that. We see a 6, which I'm going to stop because I have a lot of 2Ks, but also I don't really want to be taking that much damage. Another 6, I'm tempted to stop this one. Now we can Ivankov again next turn because we know there's a Black Moria. We're going to see the Absalom, so maybe I actually should have blocked this with the Duval. Yeah, that's a misplay from me. I should have blocked with the Duval here. And I'm going to stop this one because we're going to draw Luffy. And then if I play an Ivankov, I get the other 2 cost out. Draw down. And I believe Ivankov will draw as a card as well, which is pretty tasty. Next turn, we're going to go to the 10 Don. Do I want to return Absalom? Genuinely, maybe. Because I can ramp any... I don't really actually need to ramp, to be honest. But I can get the Ivankov back just for counter. Yeah, let's give it a crack. We'll go... Ooh. Yes. Yeah, because we're not playing Ivankov, we're playing Luffy. We'll go 5. See if we can get the Perona. We do. Now the good thing here, if we play the Luffy, is also we'll go to 4 cards in hand. Hit them with a 6. And I am going to actually activate the Luffy effect here to return the Absalom, get some of that pressure off me. I can take the leader attack and also be under the Perona limit, which is nice. And the next turn will be at Kaido range, so play out the Luffy, and I'm going to use the card action. Get rid of this and get rid of the Duval. Yeah. We'll choose this and we'll pass. Do we want to use the card action? Yeah. And we'll get this. And we'll use it just because we get the card back, right? And they'll probably end up attacking into it. So this way, we still have 4 cards in hand. And we stop our opponent from just being able to clear that out. Now, they're probably going to go face with that. Yeah, one thing I will say about this is I kind of want to go first with this. I want to see the Sanjis, and I would have preferred to have seen the Ivankovs or the Nizumas coming out. We do see a Helmeppo coming down, so we're probably going to see Helmeppo, Suru, and then into the Absalom here, and we'll get a 7 at face. So we will take that. Yeah, so we'll take the 7 here. We can counter, but we just don't really need to. It would be nice to see another card here as well, just to be able to see if we can get any big bodies. So we'll take it. We do see a Sanji, but we don't know what the top is, so I'm a bit wary about playing out the Sanji. So let's see what we draw for turn, and we can go from there. Oh, imagine this combo. Double Sanji. Dewey Sanji. 2 bodies is tasty. And we haven't seen any big things, so the chances of getting one is pretty high. So if we use Kaido now, we lose 5 Don and go to 7 Don next turn, which is fine because it means the turn after, but we don't really need to remove the Absalom because they can probably just recur it if we do it. So I'm going to go for 6, and I'm going to play out the Sanji just to get some bodies, and hopefully we can get something tasty to be able to apply a little bit of board pressure. I wonder if they're going to counter this. They double counter. That's crazy. Yeah, we'll play the Ivankov. Do we want to draw another Sanji? No, we'll bottom that. and then end turn, and then do we want the Ivankov back to hand? No, we don't need to right now, so we'll just leave it. Now the nice thing about this is because we have the Ivankov out, if this doesn't get removed, next turn we can Kaido and then still easily rebel to get it back, and then we'll go down to 5, 6, and then turn after will be 8 done. Now we get a 5 at face, and I'm going to stop this one, so I've got a 1k quite easily there. I wonder if these weenies are going to become offensive. Now we get 6, and then we're going to see a Gecko Moria. So I'm going to stop this one. Okay, there's that. So we see a Gecko Moria here. Now they do have a very, very low hand, so we're going to get a lot of value from our board, but the Gecko Moria does provide them quite a lot of value in itself as well. So I am a bit nervous about that. We'll be able to draw a card from our Ivankov as well, because it doesn't have to hit, we just attack for 4 and we get a card for free, which is pretty tasty. Now the decision is whether we're going to go for the roulette of a Sanji or go for the consistency of the Kaido. Now I kind of want to keep the Kaido for when this Gecko Moria becomes rested, so that I can swing into it for 11. I'll be going into it because 9 and then 10 Don to put 1 on it. And with the low hand that they have currently, I like the idea of that. I don't think they have another 8 cost in trash. No, they are running the Sakazuki in this list as well. I think I've seen a few of these in the EB01. Oh, and they concede. Okay. You can see they had Suru and they disconnected. Next card with a Sabo. Our draw for turn was Domino. The sad thing is that we can't see what the next card would be, because I think I would have Sanji'd that turn. I would have went for more board control again, so I'd have went 5 into the Absalom, put a Don on Ivankov, swing for 5, draw a card, attack with the Sanji, and then play out the Sanji to play a card, and then at the end of the turn I would have bounced the Ivankov back to get a card. This is one of the worst things about the sim, right, is when you're like mid-game, dead excited, and then someone leaves, but let's not let it get us down, and let's go into game 2. Alrighty then, we do have game 2, and again we have another Gecko Moria. This time they've decided to go first again. Gonna keep this, have a Perona, which is super nice. We also have a Domino, so we'll keep this, and then turn 2 we can Ivankov and play Perona, which would be cool, so we'll keep it. See if they have the Sindri turn 1. They don't. Nice. So we'll draw. Could play the Perona out here to be able to stack now, but I'm going to play the Domino so that we can end turn, use action to get the Domino back and get a Don, which is super tasty. We'll go to 5 next turn, which, yeah, just super happy about. We're actually going to, we will be able to get Ivankov out turn 3, which is really good. So yeah, let's see, we get a Trash and we get a Hogback. Hogback, no ability, and we get a 6. We don't have a 2k, so we're going to take this, and we get a Pudding, which is cool. We'll use that to be able to stop it. Usually, again, the Pudding is actually in here, so that when we Ivankov, we can just Ivankov effect to grab the Pudding back from our board, which is super nice. Hopefully, we can play all the way through this list. Now, we do have a super spicy card here, so we can actually Ivankov into the Inazuma next turn, which is really tasty. I'm going to swing for 6 here, see if they take it, and then I'm going to Perona into the Ivankov. We won't draw from these. Is this the same person from before? Start placing. We see a Kaido, which is nice. Okay, so Duval, because we'll get that for free with the Ivankov, and then that's fine, really. I kind of want to draw, so Duval for free, draw for turn, draw Duval is fine, and then I want to get the Kaido, so that's fine. Then we'll play out the Ivankov. Oh, look at that, surprise. Start placing on top. Yeah, they can go back in that order, and then we can end our turn, use the effect, and get back the Ivankov for a Don and pass. Now we have a huge hand. We can counter out of all of this, which will be super nice. Next time we get to play 2 bodies, which is again super tasty. Again, I don't remember if this is the same person from before, so we'll have to look back at that and post. But if it is, I sure as heck hope they don't quit out when we start getting some great shenanigans on the go. So yeah. Just checking there. The latest podcast has just went up, so we just made a lot of the posts. So just watching all of those. We see a Brook come out to KO the Perona straight away, and a swing for 6, which we will stop because we can quite easily. And we see a 6 again. Again, I'm going to stop this just because I can. Do we want to do... Actually, do I want to stop this? Maybe I should have blocked there. That's on me. I'm going to 2-card block. Doesn't feel clean using that Perona, I'm not going to lie, but it's fine. Now we have lower hand, and when we play out the... Are we going to... Inazuma? No, because you have to have the 2 for that. Alright, that's fine. Draw card, draw Dawn. We have 8. I'm going to swing into the Hogback here, just to apply a little bit of pressure. When I get cards from the hand, and I don't want to give them life, so happy to do that. And they don't really have a target here. Definitely should have blocked with the Duval on this swing, but we live and we learn, and we'll target the Inazuma here, and then we'll end turn. If you have 2 or less cards, we don't. And I'm not going to use the card action here because I'd have to add back one of the event cards, because it has to be an impel down character that you return back, and I'd lose a lot of the tempo that I just gained from playing these 2. Now we do see an Ice Age out, meaning that we're probably going to lose this Ivankov now from an Absalom coming out, but if they're killing Absalom, they're not killing Duval, meaning we can get the block off here. I also think that the Inazuma is the much more, never mind, much more important target. We might be seeing a Lucci here. See a 5k swing. Yeah, so I'm actually going to block this now. Oh no, it's when attacking as well. Yeah, I'll just block now. It's the same effect really, isn't it? They'll attack now for 7 and get the Absalom out. And the reason I do that is in case they decided not to kill the Ivankov, which they still will. They'll definitely kill the Ivankov here. But now I can actually go 6 into Baroque and play the Kaido that we're about to get from top. Here comes the Absalom. Yeah, and we'll take that. No trigger. We do see a Monkey D. Goofy. Draw done. Now I do think that a little bit of that is really on me for not taking into account the fact that this has an attack effect as well, but I think it was still active, so I can't really beat myself up for that. Now the question is, do we want to play Kaido and use the effect to KO the Absalom here, because I don't really need the rush against this guy, and it kind of puts me in a bit of a disadvantage if I do that, or would I rather have a Duval play? No, let's go for the Kaido. If we're running them, we've got some space, we may as well start getting some pressure on. Now the difficulty in this scenario is that they have a lot of life, so the 10k swing doesn't really mean much. It's as impactful as a 5k swing in that situation. Yeah, we can't use the action because we don't have any impel down characters. And even if we did, and this was impel down, I don't think we're bouncing a 10k character back to our hands. I wonder if they have another Ice Age. If they decide to swing into it, we do have quite a bit of counter, so we're not overly worried about that. I am kind of shocked that they were able to double Ice Age and deal with both of the Ivankov and the Inazuma. But again, we move. We just have to see if we can bounce back here. We have 5 done, so next turn we'll go to 7. So we'll be able to play out this Ivankov. Now we can play out the Duval and the Ivankov. Duval trying to get us a little body here. We see a 7k swing. I am tempted to stop this with the Gum Gum Rangers because I'm on 2 and I'm a bit afraid of my life. We see a Hogback here. Hogback to add back the 8-cost Moria, I imagine. Draw Perona. Okay, maybe they already... If they had a Moria though, they'd surely have played it. Oh, we might see a 5-cost Sabo come down here. I'm gonna use this and trash this and choose this. Staying on 2 here I think is the right choice. Yeah, and there's the Sabo. So we're definitely in a bit of a predicament here. Not feeling healthy. Draw Dawn. Now, that does change things. We have 7, so we can play this out. We just got rid of the Luffy as well. That sucks. I still think it was the right thing to do in that scenario. Now we can Ivankov, and we still can play this Ivankov out. And then we can add it back at the end of turn, so it's not over. I'm going to swing for 5 just to try and bait out the Sabo block, because I'll swing into it straight away. Again, a lot of life here, so not really bothered. Never mind, they take it. And then we swing. We will draw a card from the Ivankov as well, which is pretty nice. Get a nice little bit of value there. We do see a Sabo block there, which is a little bit interesting, because they could have just 5k stopped this. So I do think that's a bit of a misplay. We'll still play out the Ivankov. Ooh, Sanji. We will keep that Sanji, because next turn we'll be able to Perona and Sanji. Yeah, card action to bring this back, and then we do that so that we have the Tendon, so that we can play the 1-cost Perona and play out the Sanji. Oh, can we get the much wanted, the deeply ascertained Sanji into Kaido, or Sanji into Ivankov into Inazuma? Come on, we need a high roll here. We've got to pray to all of them almighty gods of Bandai. We do see a Gecko Moria coming out here with another Ice Age. I think that's the 3rd Ice Age that we've seen, which stinks, but we move. I wonder if they're going to attack with the Hogback here. One of the interesting things about this play that they've gone for is they'll only have 1 Don left, so they aren't they aren't able to swing for like 6 and 6, which is very useful because I only have 1k counters in my hand. We see a Brook coming out and a Suru, so they're going to Suru and then use the Brook effect. Now I'm pretty happy with this because the Brooks are only a 4k, so it's not a tremendous amount of pressure coming from it, which I'm happy about. They do swing with the Hogback here, which I'm going to have to take. We aren't going to activate that trigger because we really need the cards. No block here, and we'll give them an Ivankov or a Duval. We'll give them a Duval. A gift. A gift. Okay. Now what do you do? End your turn. Okay. Here we go. This is the biggest Perona ever. Mwah! Chef's kiss, baby! Oh my god. Right. Start placing on top. We are able to get an Ivankov into a Luffy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we're cooking, baby. We're cooking with gas now. This is good, man. Return. We'll do a Hannyabal into the Docky Hogback. Are we dead? I'm getting all excited. Wait a minute. Am I dead? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Not like this, not like this. No, no, no. Oh no, we might be dead. No. Not like this. I can't remember what else is next. We could play Ivankov and hope. Kaka. I think we have to play the Ivankov. But then they have a Brook if I... Yeah, we have to. Sucks. Anywho. Yeah, card action to get this back. And I think we're cooked. We took a bit too much damage early. So I couldn't play the Luffy there because then I won't have a card to discard for this. So right now we have 4k counter. But then I guess at the end of the day, this Brook, and they'll definitely go for game now. See a 6k swing. Let's go face. Yeah. Give you one of them. How do you like them apples? Am I gonna get killed with Suru is the question. That was really fun though. I actually really enjoyed playing out the Sanji into the Ivankov. That was tasty. If they wouldn't have been able to get rid of the right. Play Bortolino. We're still dead though, right? Unless they attack this. Holy moly. There's a chance! We've just discarded Luffy again! No! Here we go. If they attack for 5, I'm gonna... Oh, they didn't. Okay. Can we do anything? The domino is actually pretty tasty. Maybe we can get rid of this. Let's play out the Ivankov first. That sucks. We'll put it on top anyway. Yeah, I guess we just clear board, right? I guess 9k into that, so we'll just give him a 4. Yeah, 4k. They might actually block. That was a big misplay. What am I doing? We have a domino though. Oh, they let it go. Okay. Vankov into this. Have they just threw the entire game? Maybe. They have an Absalom though, right? Yeah. So they can Absalom out the domino anyway. Get you for 6. I wonder if they block this too. Block. Please block. No. Right. Now, is this domino more value out or in hand? Probably in hand, right? It's just gonna get Absalomed. Pass. Use card action. Give me this back. So we'll spook him. We'll spook him. We've got a big event, huge event in hand. Huge event. There is actually a new Impel Down blue 1-cost event that came out that allows you to return the active characters back to hand, which is pretty interesting. That's a word. It's definitely interesting. So yeah, we move. I think it's been super fun. It's a pretty fun deck. That's how I would describe this deck. Fun. Not overly broken or anything like that, but it's fun. You can take it to locals, enjoy yourself, play some nice swanky cut. That actually the Senji's quite expensive right now. So if you have these, then you can play this nice Sanji, have some fun, play out the Ivankovs, play out the new Inazumas, try some of the new cards, have a bit of a laugh. I wouldn't be taking this to a regional though. I don't think it's consistent enough. Okay. Here we go. Let's see if Acheron Pockets can get the dub and see the line, which to me is right there. Attack. 9k, 6, 11k. Impossible maths for me to stop. Never mind. They decided to play a Gecko Moria for some reason. Okay. We'll just die slowly. In pain. Dead internal. I wonder what will top deck. It continues. I was going to play another game after this, but like they take quite the turn. That math ain't mathin', Jimmy. That's not. That only kills at 1 cost. Yeah. That math ain't mathin'. I mean, you still have Borsellino. 7? No. Yes, we will take that. And now attack with Borsellino. Okay. Right. Triple blocker. And we still lose. We will play the Dofi first, just in case Ivankov gives us a 2-cost blocker. Then we can get this back, so. What a day. What a day. Just trying to... please. Please, sir. Play your cards. Okay, there we go. 7. Block. Block in this never-ending game. This poor guy. They must be new. And they're getting unga-bungered by Sanji Ivankov players. They're scared. Scared out their mind. What is this? It's me, baby. It's all in here. Now, on attack, this can KO something. So, I'm a bit afraid of that. Another 9. They blocked! Oh my gosh. Oh, we can actually get a pudding as well. Right. If we survive, we've got Sanji into Kaido for game. Okay. No one panic. Is it better to play another 2 blockers or to get a 2k? I think 2k to stop this. So I'm going to do this, deploy, activate main, bounce to hand. Then I'm going to play out Dofi, deploy, return the cards, then end a turn, use the action, get the Ivankov back, and win. Now, they'll never see the line. Actually, we've only got 2 blockers, so I'm a bit afraid of that. But they'll never see the line of KO and a Dofi going for game. Never. And if they don't, we've got Sanji into Kaido. Oh, we're seeing stuff happening. We can stop that. Oh, Lord. Oh, mama. 4k. We just pray they don't Absalom. I don't think we've got a choice. We have to stop it with a card. And because if we block there, they just go huge with this. Holy moly, they only attack for 7. We're cooked. We misplayed. No, we didn't. Yeah, we'll block. Oh my gosh. Through an abundance of misplays, we're gonna see a W. Holy moly. We've actually... How? In what world have we pulled a W here? Holy heck. Now, the smart thing to do would be to outmath them. But here at HTCG, we're not about smarts. We're about cools. Cowabunga, baby! Oh, yeah. Look at this. Sensational. And we better win. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for us. Oh, mate. This is it. You've been mathed. HTCG genius. Say it louder. Preach it from the roof rafters. Sanji into Kaido. Come on. We got him. Oh, then Hannibal. Boom. Yes. Get in. Hit him with the GG. Yes. Sanji into Kaido. No GG back, but we take those. And I am cooked. Not the best games, but definitely some fun ones. Thank you very much for watching. Are you going to build this? I don't think it's drastically OP, but it's fun, baby. Oh, believe me, it's fun. So give it a try and let me know how you get on. Have a great day and peace.